Welcome, a new month today, the 1st of July. Really looking forward to it. Not long now either till Galway races will come in and Goodwood Festival and all things like that. Some really interesting stuff. The Carly Eclipse is tomorrow. Bay Bridge, my selection for that, already gone out. Just want to touch on the Patreon service. New month starts. Link will be in the description. If you want to sign up today, there's a 5 pints win selection gone out in Wexford. Joe Value has. So let's kick off the month with a good winner. Massive month last month. Right, I just want to touch on the fights, a few of the fights that are going to be coming up. We have Anthony Joshua taking on Usyk again, trying to reclaim the heavyweight championship of the world. I just want to touch on this fight a bit. I want to elaborate because before I have a bet on it, I really want to dig into it. So Anthony Joshua definitely just lost a bit of himself since he got beaten by Andy Ruiz. For me, after the fight, I just thought he was fighting scared a lot. He got a win in the rematch against Ruiz. It was ugly. It was just, he just got through it, got his belts back. Then he fought, I think it was a Pulev, or he fought one of them over the hill fighters anyway. Looked rusty as fuck. Looked, anytime Pulev threw a punch, he looked like he was literally scared of it, to be honest. Came then and fought Usyk, lost his belt. You all know the story. He stood in front of Usyk. Usyk literally outboxed him, boxed the head off him. Could have been stopped late as well. He took some real good punishment in the 12th round. But I do want to say Anthony Joshua before the Ruiz fight was absolutely a great fighter, a great all-round fighter, good killer instinct, was exciting to watch, good heavyweight, decent resume. But the problem is with Joshua is it gone? Is it gone is there a glitch on the brain? He just looks to be, to me, like it's not there anymore. And when Ruiz beat him, lads, you have to say he did quit in the ring. This is just the facts. When you watch him, he did. Now, I do think that as good as Usyk is, and he has been a brilliant fighter, he's coming up through the ranks. Obviously, he's only up at heavyweight, a wet day. He fought Chisora. Chisora actually gave him a great old ragdolling for a while, but Usyk's superior skills obviously came into play. And it was the same with Joshua. Now, however, in the next fight, I genuinely believe that, the whole world is going on Usyk this and Fury's afraid of Usyk and Usyk will beat them all. But the reality is Usyk is on a lot of confidence right now, and the world is blowing smoke up his rear end that he's this massive, big, brilliant heavyweight that can beat anyone. Yes, he has the boxing skills, but the reality is he beat a man that didn't want to fight him the last year. He beat a man that stood in front of him, didn't use any attribute. Oleksandr Usyk's confidence is rock solid. I genuinely believe when he meets a proper heavyweight like a Tyson Fury that comes into the ring, marches across the ring and uses his size and attributes, he's going to realise, oh fuck, this heavyweight division isn't as easy as it was when I beat Anthony Joshua. So yeah, look what Derek Chisora did. He ran him round the ring for as long as he could. So I do think Anthony Joshua, lads, can win this rematch. I really do. Has he got the heart for it? Probably not. But if the trainer can blow him up confidence enough that Anthony Joshua goes into the ring, goes across the ring and goes after Usyk, not recklessly goes after him, but fucking puts pressure on him. Let's go. He just did nothing in the first fight that gave him confidence and gave Usyk just screw. But I do believe, lads, this time when Usyk meets Joshua in the ring, and I'm actually giving Joshua a bit of courage here and a bit of backing, which I didn't think I'd ever do. But I do think when Joshua comes across the ring to Usyk this time, Usyk's going to realise he's in with a former heavyweight champion. That's what I believe, because Joshua has nothing to lose. The whole world, public opinion is against him. He has to right this wrong. Now, whether he beats Usyk or not, That's up for debate. But mark my words, he's going to go across the ring and he's going to hit Usyk. And Usyk is going to realise what a heavyweight champion is. Because the last time, I think he never seen Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight champion. He didn't fight him. He fought a scared, timid Anthony Joshua. And if Anthony Joshua is gone, well then he's gone. Usyk will come in, he'll just outbox him and stop him. But Joshua has a lot of bragging rights here. There's a lot of emotional stress here. He has to walk across the ring and he has to fight Usyk, not recklessly, but he really has to put it on him and has to hurt him. He has to bash him up. And I know Usyk can be hard to hit, but he has to hit him. He has to hit him in the body, hit him in the chest. You know, he can't go head hunting. Just fucking burn him up. So I'm really looking forward to the fight. Look, I do know Usyk is the best boxer. I think he's definitely the more skilled technician. We all know that. But I'm going to go for a Joshua win. And I didn't think I would say that. I never thought I'd say that again because I backed Usyk to beat him in the first fight. But I'm going to, yeah, it's just Joshua. I think Joshua's going to show him, you know, what a proper heavyweight is because Usyk, the whole world is behind Usyk now, but you have to break it down logically. What did Usyk fight? He fought a damaged previous heavyweight champion of the world who did not fight like the fighter he can. So this is it for Joshua. It's his last chance. If he loses this, he's gone. So that's what makes me think, just get it into his head. He just has to throw caution to the wind. Not in a reckless manner, but he has to come across the ring and absolutely let his hands go. Something he didn't do in the last fight. None of this tiptoeing around with Oleksandr Usyk. Cut the fucking ring off and bust him up. That's what he has to do. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting fight. Usyk has great movement. He's hard to hit. Can he outbox Joshua? Yes. Can he land a shot that could knock out Joshua? Yes, he can. Of course he can. Especially we've seen how vulnerable Joshua is around the temple. So that is the case. But I think Joshua has to take Usyk out of this fight in 6 or 7 rounds. And if he doesn't, he'll probably lose. Right. That is my breakdown of that fight. I will be doing a few more breakdowns of fights coming up soon. I really enjoy the boxing. I always have bets on about 8 or 9 or 10 fights a year. Well, some years I might only have 5 or 6 fights where I might bet on. But this year I'm going to be looking into it a lot more. It's been very lucky for me in the past. I've made good profits out of Tyson Fury long term, as well as Earl Spence Jr. Followed him since he was a kid. And yeah, look, really looking into the fights coming up. We have Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. Hopefully that gets across the line. I'm going to do a video on that next week. But anyway, Joshua and Usyk, comments below, what do you think? For me personally, I think Usyk, definitely a brilliant fighter, no doubt about it. One of the best technicians, boxers we've seen. But you have to say it when you really logically look at it. He fought an Anthony Joshua that never showed up. Is Joshua capable of showing up again? I don't know. But if he can, and he does come the fighter that he can be, because lads, look, I'm Tyson Fury man all the way, but you have to give Joshua credit. He is a finisher when he is on fire, when he is right. So can Robert Garcia get it out of him? Can he reignite the flame? And can Joshua stop Usyk and get this massive fight between Tyson Fury and Joshua in the future? Another thing I do want to say, I've seen on the thing that everybody saying Tyson Fury's not saying he'd fight because if Oleksandr Usyk wins the fight, Tyson Fury will be retired and he'll be afraid to fight Usyk. I guarantee you one thing, I followed Tyson Fury's career since the get-go. Told everybody he beat Klitschko, followed him through the roof, backed him, won a fortune off him against Wilder. I just want to say one thing. No matter who wins that fight, Joshua or Usyk, Tyson Fury will be fighting them. I guarantee you that. Alright, take care. God bless. And really looking forward to all the good fights coming up this year.